Hello Nintendo Switch fans, I'm here with an interesting wireless controller that doesn't even have the brand name on the box. However, it's on the side, right there it says Lake Sun. So we are going to check this out and see what it's all about. I was not paid to unbox this controller today or to give my opinion, but however I was provided with a 30% off coupon for you, the viewer, which you can find in the description below. Let's unbox it and see what it's all about. So far I like the box. The photography is actually quite good. I really like the look of the packaging. I'm surprised they didn't more prominently put their brand on this box. But this is typical for some Japanese accessory manufacturers or resellers to have other people manufacture for them, and then they simply place their name on the package and sell it on Amazon. Okay, so here it is. At first glance, I really like the way it looks. You'll notice it's reminiscent of some of the exclusive limited edition Nintendo Switch Pro controllers, such as my beloved Splatoon 2 limited edition Switch Pro controller with the neon green and pink handles. This one has neon blue and neon orange handles, and they even went far enough as to make neon blue and neon orange analogs, where they could have just cheaped out and made them all black. So I think that really completes the look. On the face, you might notice a couple of differences. First off, I like that the labeling is very easy to read. And you'll notice the home button has a light around it and is in the center. So the home button's right in the center, which is quite nice. Plus and minus are here. This is your screenshot button there. And look at that, a brand new button, the turbo button. Reminds me of the old days of getting the turbo controller for TurboGrafx 16 and playing Bonk's Adventure. Those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and check out Bonk's Adventure on YouTube. Now, here's where things get interesting. Flip it over, and you'll notice there are 4 custom buttons, very reminiscent of the Xbox Elite controller. It's M1, M2, M3, and M4. Switching this to the left lets you program these buttons. Switching it to the right lets you program these buttons. So in effect, you can take these 4 buttons and make them any button you want. For example, you can make this button here B, or this button here A, or the button here X, or the button here Y. So any of these buttons can become any button you want, or even a direction on the pad, which, as you know, for some games that can be really useful. Pressing everything, all the buttons feel nice and responsive, and the clicky analogs feel good. It does have a generally good build, and I'm really impressed by that. One thing it did come with is a nice, very long USB-C cable, which is super cool. You can charge the Nintendo Switch Pro controller with the USB-C cable, or you can charge the Nintendo Switch itself with the same USB-C cable. That's why it's called USB-C, universal, right? That's what the U stands for. Just use a quality block, such as an iPad block or a high quality large phone block that does 2 amp or better, or else your Nintendo Switch will charge very slowly. However, you will not brick your machine. You can charge it with this cable and with the block of your choice. Let's sync it up with the Nintendo Switch and check it out. Okay, let's pair the controller to my Animal Crossing Limited Edition Nintendo Switch. You're going to go to the home screen and click the controller button. On the screen here, you're going to do Change Grip Order. From here, you're going to hold down the home button for 3 seconds until you get a Knight Rider type light. And boom, there you go. The controller has already paired. Let's drop into a game and check it out. Okay, so here I am. I'm playing Farm Together, and I can hear the controller vibrating. So the rumble is working. This controller also has variable rumble. There is a way using a button configuration to program the strength of the rumble, whether or not you like the rumble or don't like the rumble. So far, everything looks good. There's no drift. Everything feels very smooth. And of course, there is turbo, which we have to play with. So to turn your turbo on, you hold down the turbo button and press the button you wish to turn the turbo. So you'll see she's changing in and out of the buggy over and over and over again thanks to turbo being on. There's even a way to program it to continuously press the button for you by holding it even longer. You'll see I just did it. I don't recommend doing that. That can really cause you some trouble. But the traditional turbo does work, as does the screenshot button. There's your screenshot. You can hear how well it works. The Nintendo Switch has the best screenshot feature of any modern console. Even the new Xbox has a share button, but it's slow and clunky. It puts this really slow notification on your screen every time you do it, and for whatever reason, it's not terribly responsive. But the Nintendo Switch, boom, video, boom, screenshot, boom, video, boom, screenshot. I mean, it's that easy how fast it is. Well, I'm impressed at how strong the rumble is. It's almost too strong. The only interesting thing about these third-party controllers is that Nintendo does update its controllers via firmware updates through the Nintendo Switch. And I suppose these controllers will not get those updates. You can see right now it's actually updating my left Joy-Con. And now it's updating my right Joy-Con. So both my Joy-Cons needed firmware updates. But you'll notice no mention of my third-party Pro controller. Whereas if I had the first-party Pro controller, I bet you there's a firmware update available for that as well. So here it is, a surprisingly competent third-party Nintendo Switch Pro controller. You can find it on Amazon.com. I've provided a link for you in the description below. You can also get yourself a 30% off coupon in the description below. So go ahead and check that out. Save yourself some money. Get yourself a decent controller. It comes in this box and it's surprisingly well. It looks nice, it feels nice, and it works properly. So that's all I've got for you today. You're on Greg Adventure. I'm Greg, and this cool controller is today's adventure.